Initializing monetization. Monetization process successful.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Live ZMU TV, Raw and Uncut. I am your host, Armand Nicholas. Today we're going to be talking about a topic that gets kind of interesting and confused quite a bit by a lot of new YouTubers. A lot of them actually don't know what it is and how to utilize it. Our topic today are tags. What are tags for YouTube? Okay. What are the best practices for tags on YouTube videos? Okay. So first and foremost, let's discuss what a tag is. Okay. YouTube tags are words and phrases. These are words and phrases that can be used to describe what your video is about, to allow your video to be searched or searchable by viewers who are looking for that specific topic. A little bit later, we'll discuss exactly how you can easily phrase some of these tags and use them to your advantage. Okay, why are YouTube tags important? Well, there's two sides to this story. Okay, so before we get started, let's take the time to make sure that you already hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so yet. Please make sure that you hit the bell button to be notified of new videos that are coming up that might be of some worthiness to you. A little bit later, if the content is informative to you, please hit the like button. But also, more importantly, tell me what you think. Tell me your thoughts, what you've experienced, what you've used, how you've implemented it, and put that in the comments. Let's interact, all right? Let's interact and let's see what we can improve on. All right, so let's get right down to it. Why are YouTube tags important? Well, there are two sides to this. There are those that says it's the thing of the past, you know, it doesn't do anything for them anymore because, quite honestly, YouTube is a little bit more robust than it was before. All right, so what does that mean? Well, your title is searchable. So the words that are in your title of your video are searchable, right? The words in your descriptions, right? The words that you use to describe your video, the content that's inside your description box, those are searchable. And they can easily include the tag words that you're using, right? But YouTube and Google has found that tags are still somewhat relevant, all right? It's not as important as it was before, but it does show, data does show that it is still helpful to make sure, to ensure that your videos are ranking or showing up in the top, 5 or 10, top 10 results, right? So if it is helpful, why not do it? The space is there, right? It allows you to put in 500 characters, if I'm not mistaken. It allows you to put in up to 500 characters of tags, right? So if it's there, use it. It just helps you. Even if it helps you by 1 or 2%, it makes sense to do it. Okay, YouTube tags functions to help, right? It helps the viewers find and grasp your video. It's a real quick, easy way to just put certain keywords that allows your video to be searchable. The rise of, here's the issue. The rise of semantic search has made YouTube tags almost obsolete. Almost is the key word. It's not quite obsolete, right? Back in the day, how did we do tags? It's hashtags, right? Hashtag whatever, hashtag tools, hashtag this. Today, the hashtag is not even necessary. People still do it, right? But it's not necessary anymore. People just use long tail keywords. People use certain phrases. People use certain words for keywords. The hashtag is the thing of the past, but it's still, again, it's not quite obsolete. It's not unnecessary. There is still research that says it can improve your ranking. Even though, YouTube believes that even though the title and the descriptions are searchable, it still helps to make sure that you have those tag words in the tag area. All right, it only helps you. In neglecting this, it's not to say that your video is not searchable. it's just gonna give you a little bit more of a leg up as far as your other competition or your the other videos that are out there. It just gives you a more well-rounded video description and content and tag words. Okay. Now, most people will ask, okay, so if that's the case, if I should put tag words, what should I take into account? What should I consider? Well, there are 7 things. Most popular 7 things that you need to consider, right? YouTube tag best practices, I would say, right? The YouTube tag best practices. First of all, make your tags your targeted keywords, okay? Make your tags your targeted keywords. So in theory, the first couple of words that you use on your video title should also be the first couple of words that you use on your tags. You can make them 1 word, right? You can make it 2 words, 3 words, right? So make your first couple of keyword tags in the order of importance, basically. As I stated in the previous videos about titles, the first 66 characters are the most important ones because those are the ones that are going to show up on the search engines, right? Although it allows you to put 100 characters in there, the first 66 is the most important one. Those should be the first set of keywords or tag words on your list. So you're gonna want to rank them in the importance of those words, right? Now, yes, it allows you to put in up to 500 characters of tags, and we'll explain what are some of those other tags that you could use. But you're gonna put them in a hierarchy of importance on that list. So it does make sense that when you're doing a video, as much as you're putting the right title, you're doing the research on the right title, you should be doing the research on those tag words as well. You should be keeping a list of those tag words and putting them in the order of importance to ensure that it reflects your video accordingly. Okay, so that's number 1. Number 2, use some broad keywords. I know that broad keywords puts you possibly on the bottom of the list because there's so many. I mean, think about this, right? If you put in broad keywords like cooking, in the search engine, can you imagine the kind of results that you're gonna get, right? But that's not the point. Use broad keywords in your tag words. So, for example, baseball, right? You could, somebody might be doing a video on how to hit a baseball, right? And on their tags, they can put in the word baseball. I mean, that's so general. That is so broad. The amount of results try it yourself. The amount of results that you're gonna get by using the word baseball is immense. But as you will see, when you're writing this down on a list, right, on a piece of paper, as far as the words that are relevant to your video, you'll notice that how to hit a baseball, you'll use the keyword baseball. And then after that, you may end up using the word how to hit a baseball, which is part of your title, right? Or how to hit a baseball off of a tee, right, on that little stick. Or in the version of cooking, you'll have cooking as a tag word, and then you'll be more specific as far as what you're cooking. Fried chicken, how to cook fried chicken in a deep fryer, or how to cook fried chicken in a oven, right? Or how to make perfect chicken like KFC, right? So there's a lot of different ones. So yes, you're gonna do the broad stroke. You're gonna do the broad stroke of making sure that your keywords involve some of those generalized words, but you also want to dial down on some of the keywords. Now, there's some theories that Google and YouTube have done in regards to what's the ideal amount of keywords and things like that. And we'll go over that, right? But number three, you're gonna want to use specific keywords that actually describe your video. Don't use keywords to clickbait somebody, right? To trick someone to watching your video. Now, a perfect example, right? Let's go back to the cooking fried chicken, right? The reason why I use the KFC version of it, right? I was one day on YouTube doing a search. I wanted to have some fried chicken for dinner. I didn't want to go to KFC. I was too lazy to go and drive, and I wanted to make it at home. That's fine. So first thing I did was I Googled it, or I went to YouTube and searched best KFC recipe, right? And then all of a sudden, all of these videos popped up. And of course, here's me looking at the views of certain videos and assuming that that's gonna be, what I should be watching just because it's popular. There's a reason why people are watching it, right? So I clicked on it. Come to find out, as I'm watching this video, I'm being given instructions how to prepare the chicken, how to do this, how to do that, right? And as time progressed, I'm already noticing it, that this is not gonna come out, the same or even near it, right? So here's me just continuing to watch it, giving it the benefit of the doubt, but I already felt like I'm already clickbait, right? It tricked me to click on this video to watch it, but I guarantee you, by the time the video finished and I actually, looked at the end result, I kid you not, it's not even close to a KFC chicken, okay? It's not even close. I mean, they had the audacity to actually take a picture of their end result and compare it to KFC chicken, and it's not even near it, right? So I'm thinking, why would I follow this system? Why would I follow this rhythm? So I'm already upset that I spent the last 8-10 minutes watching this person try to replicate KFC when it's nowhere near it, right? Nowhere near it. So, that's my fault. That's my fault. I watched it, but that's one of those things where clickbait was their method of attracting people to watch their video. And sure enough, I looked at the descriptions, or not the descriptions, the comments afterwards. A lot of people were commenting, negatively. Thumbs down, right? Thumbs down, negative comments that it's not even close to it, it's not even near it, this video should be taken down, or whatever the case may be, right? So using the right keywords is important to your video success, because it does add some percentage of increase in views. Now, what could this person have done better? Maybe they could have described it a little bit more, as far as best recipe, family recipe, fried chicken, whatever it is. But the fact that they put the word KFC recipe in there, it allowed it to show up on the search result, and allowing it to show up in the search result allowed it to be in front of me and giving me the option to choose it and click on it, which I did, only to be deceived and to be lied to, because it's not what I expected. It's not even close, right? So please make sure that you use, specific keywords that apply to your video, and don't lie to yourself, all right? This person was clearly lying to themselves about what they thought their chicken was, all right? So watching it, and seeing the end result, I mean, why would I follow that recipe? It doesn't make any sense. I'm just, setting myself up for failure even more if I follow that recipe. So what did I do? I went to go and look for more videos that are a little bit more visually attractive, that are a little bit more visually, visually enticing, just because I'm looking for a specific recipe that I'm trying to do, right? Same thing with your videos. Please make sure that you take that into account. Number 4, keep most of your tags between 2 to 4 words or phrases, okay? What does that mean? Don't write a full sentence and call it a tag word. Some people use long tail keywords, like 2 or 3 words put together to describe your video. That makes sense. But don't start writing a full sentence as to how to make the best KFC recipe in 3 easy steps. Okay? That is way too specific. Way too specific. I mean, somebody would have to search that exact phrase. I mean, it doesn't make any sense, right? But you can actually take that sentence and break it down to 2 or 3 different key phrases, right? How to make the best recipe for KFC. home KFC recipe, right? Family home KFC tips and tricks, right? Or going back to the baseball concept, how to hit a baseball properly, how to tee off properly, how to increase your baseball success, right? Or teeing off a baseball, right? Use, specific, but not way too specific that you narrow your search down to just one set of keywords. No, don't do that. Help yourself out by using 2 to 4 words in your tags. Okay. Now, number 5, do not go overboard with tags. Now, keep in mind, I understand that YouTube allows us to use 500 characters. That doesn't mean you should use all of them. Use specific ones that apply to your channel. Use specific ones to apply to your channel. Number 6, this is one of those tips and tricks that people use nowadays, especially for new YouTubers, okay? Get inspirations from others who are successful in that type of video. You are not the only one trying to cook KFC or trying to make the perfect chicken, okay? There are so many other people that are successful in doing so and have gotten a lot of those views and a lot of those attention. Get inspiration from them. Watch their videos. See how they use their tags. Look at their tags and see if any of those tags apply to you, and use them properly and appropriately and accordingly. Again, avoid clickbait, right? Don't use a tag that doesn't apply to your video. It's that simple, okay? Again, use those keywords that are appropriate to your video instead of just randomly putting tags that don't make any sense, okay? Now, besides using, those inspirations from other YouTubers, you can also be inspired by YouTube suggestions. What's YouTube suggestions? It's simple. Go to youtube.com, go to the search engine, on the top of the bar, and start typing words that apply to your video, and you'll notice that there's a drop down that will show up as far as some of the best results or some of the best highly searched, topics or videos about what you're doing. Okay, so if you type in cooking, if your first word is cooking and then you go to chicken as your second word, you'll notice that YouTube search is gonna suggest how to complete that phrase. Those are keywords that are being searched heavily on YouTube pertaining to your topic. Okay, use them, and if any of them apply to your video, put them on your tag. Put them on your tag, and keep doing that until you filled up enough. As long as you have, the tags that you need that would describe your video. Okay. Again, those are inspirational concept that YouTube suggests that you could use just because they're ranking at this time. All right. So these are the 7 most common, tips and tricks of using appropriate keywords. Hopefully that helps you. But more so, if you need a little bit more help, there's a lot of outside sources, a lot of YouTube tag keywords, software or apps that you can use. Some of the best YouTube tag generators are such as TubeBuddy, right? YouTube Tool, right? Keywordtool.io, that's another one. vidIQ, that's another one. Right, so there's a lot of different. There's another one called it's called Keyword Keg. Keyword Keg, right? So there's a lot of different apps that you could use to help you do this. You don't have to try to do this on your own. You can utilize some of these services. A lot of them are free. A lot of them do have subscription option. Use what's appropriate to you to get your videos up on those search engine lists. All right. So once again, I'm hoping that this video was helpful to you as you listen to it. Please don't forget to comment. Tell us what you think. Tell me what your thoughts are. And if you have a topic that you would like for us to address, write it down on the comment section. Let us know. If it's something that we've done before, we'll update that video. If not, we'll do that video. If it's something that we already know about, please take the time to visit our website. Look at some of those previous videos that we have. Many of them may be able to help you out. And if it does, that's wonderful. But make sure that you are subscribed to this channel. hit that bell, be notified with new videos that are coming up. Once again, my name is Armand Nicholas, and thank you once again for watching another live episode of Team ZMU Live TV, raw and uncut. Till the next time.
Initializing monetization. Monetization process successful.